Hello my lovely viewers, my name is Elena, this is my knitting channel and today we are going to talk about my 2026 knitting plans. I would say that my Make 9 2025 officially failed. I haven't knit, I think, almost anything from that plan. And you know, I'm not sad, nothing like that. Because I feel that there are too many new patterns releasing every day. Not every day, every month, but throughout the year. And also I'm discovering a lot of patterns that were released some time ago. They are kind of like hidden gems. And that's why it's hard to plan patterns for the whole year. But I have something to tell you about my plans still. It would be a short video if I will tell you that there is no plans at all, right? So I decided to choose kinda a word that would describe the whole my year and how I would like to go during this year, and this word would be curiosity. I want to be curious, I want to be open for a lot of things in my life, and the same thing will be about knitting. I want to be open to a lot of new things, I want to be curious, and that's why I have some yarn to share and some other plans that will be behind this curiosity. I think that the best beginning of this curiosity chapter would be trying a lot of new yarns and unusual combinations of yarns. At first I will show what I have new that I want to try. As you can see over here, I have beautiful greenish Rosa Pomar Matiz. This is a cool new yarn that was released quite recently. It is iron weight yarn, entirely sourced and produced in Portugal with full traceability. There are two breeds of sheep. One of them is merino, another one isn't merino. It is rustic but not too scratchy, and it looks a little bit like Woolly by Gepard. Maybe you've seen this iron weight fluffy woolen spun yarn, and this is kind of similar to that one, but I think that it should peel less. So this is 14-16 stitches gauge. In 100 grams there are 200 meters, and I have a whole sweater quantity, so I can knit myself nice cozy green sweater. I really hope that this color will look nicely on me, because there is green, different shades of greenish colors, because recently I've knitted one sweater that looks nicely but doesn't suit me in a really nice way. I'll show you on my knitting podcast, so stay tuned, and maybe I will have to re-dye it. We'll see, but this should be nice on me. The next thing that I want to try is Elsa from Rosa Pomar, and this is yarn that looks like this, really bright. This is their Mungo yarn, and this is 50% wool, 50% cotton. This is recycled wool and cotton. However, over here you can see that it has the content is 100% wool, and over here there is a description that this is recycled wool and cotton yarn, so I'm a little bit confused. This is their DK weight yarn. It has some bits, so it's not, you know, like so smooth as usual wool yarn. This is because of this cotton content. I truly think that this yarn will work nicely. It's a good layering piece, some kind of thin cardigan, like TK weight. I would say that this is more like a sport weight cardigan in this color, so I can wear it with dresses or as a layering piece, because I like wearing thin knits with my jackets or blazers, just because I like styling my knits. That's why it would be a nice addition, and especially colorful addition to my wardrobe. What I also have here from kinda something that I've never tried is my Starday Spinnery silk yak blend. Probably you remember this from previous year plans. And this Horse Silk by Gepard. I'm thinking maybe combining them together in knitting maybe Ivy blouse by Moroccan, or maybe something else will be released, kind of like a light blouse, because I've tried to knit with this horse silky by Gepard yarn, and it doesn't feel really nicely on my hands. So I think that if I will combine this yarn with something a little bit fluffier and softer, it would work nicely for my hands, but still you know, kind of will stay drapey, because as you can see, this yarn is extremely drapey, and it would be still airy, which will help me to wear it in spring and maybe during colder summer days. So if you're curious to hear my feedback on some yarns that you've never tried and maybe I have over here, or you feel that I will enjoy knitting with because you've been following me and hearing a lot from me rambling about different yarns, please let me know. I would be extremely happy to hear your thoughts, and maybe you've tried something amazing previous year that I also need to try. That's definitely something how we can help together. I can try different yarns and share with you, and you can share with me what's really worth trying. The next, my goal for this year is comparing different yarn brands of this, comparing same yarn quality from different yarn brands. If you've been following me on Instagram, you've seen that I want to try several different cashmere yarns and talk about them. I have over here Cashmere by Pasquale, knitting for olive cashmere in this beautiful color, and this cashmere from Kremke Soul Wool. Probably I will get my hands on some other cashmere yarns during the year, and I will share with you if this cashmere worth to try, which of them are not really worth trying. Maybe something is a little bit too expensive for this quality. Also, I have over there some Cardiff cashmere yarn, and I'm wearing a sweater, not right now, but I have a sweater that I'm wearing quite often, so I can share with you how those are working out. And this relates not only to cashmere, also I want to try different silk yarns. For now I have Knitting for Olive pure silk, which I've been trying, and I think that a lot of you have been trying and knitting a lot with it. But I also have this beautiful Bissingarn silk. This is mulberry silk. They also telling that this is ethically sourced silk. When I will be knitting with it, I will share a little bit more about it, and it feels much softer than pure silk by Knitting for Olive. So I'm curious to knit a garment with this silk and show you and compare how it wears, because I have several items knitted with this silk, so we can kind of compare, see how this will work out. And this is also about curiosity. I'm really curious how different yarn brand work with the same kind of yarn, because a lot of yarn brands have silk, cotton, wool, merino wool, some scratchy wool and so on, but it's really interesting to compare them all. And I know that not a lot of people have this opportunity, and especially from economical reasons, not all of you have this opportunity to try. And as I have this opportunity currently, I would be really happy to share it with you. I also have next really important goal for myself. I want to finally knit myself perfect sock. I'm not a sock knitter, and several times when I knitted myself socks, I have 3 pairs of knitted socks. They do not fit me. Like, they do not fit me at all. One of them is a little bit too tight, another one is a little bit too wide, the third one is kind of a little bit too wide on my feet, but it is okay on my leg. So we need kind of to combine it and to find perfect sock. Especially as I have a whole shelf over here of beautiful sock yarn. So we need to try it. I also like this speckly, beautiful yarn. This is from Kremke Lady Lion. This is hand-dyed super soft sock yarn, and I have a lot of hand-dyed sock yarn over here from different brands that I really want to use, and I really hope that it would be possible for me to find perfect sock recipe. I want to try find not maybe a perfect pattern, because I'm sure it's really hard, but I want to try to kind of find the whole instruction how to measure everything. I don't like measure to fit patterns, but probably with socks this is the only way how I can proceed with them. And kind of on the same note, I want to try new techniques. And especially I want to find how to knit myself perfect circular yoke sweater. I know that circular yokes do not fit everyone, and I have kind of slightly wider shoulder compared to my bust. That's why probably have to size up from my usual size that I would go according to my bust size and choose something bigger, and then this circular yoke sweater will fit me. So this would be another journey that we are going through, finding nice circular yoke sweater, probably with colorwork. We'll have to go through it. It's definitely worth it, and I love watching a lot of people knitting beautiful colorwork sweaters over here. You know, this is so beautiful. We need to try. We need to be curious and open to everything, right? And another technique that I have been intimidated for quite some time is bottom-up constructions. This year I'm fully ready to try bottom-up raglan construction. I don't know exactly which pattern I'm going to use. One of the things that maybe will work out is Darling Wrap by Knitting for Olive. I have over here a lot of fingering weight yarn with some mohair that I can try, or maybe some nice DK weight yarn. Maybe even this Mungo will work, because that cardigan kind of ticks several boxes. One of them is that this cardigan has bottom-up raglan construction, and second thing that this is a nice layering piece. Plus I really adore this cardigan, and I've been adding it to my plans for so long. We will see will it happen or not. I even have this pattern because I have a book over here, so everything is ready. You know, like everything is ready. I just need to start and that's it. But we will see will it happen or not, and I'm really open to try. I've been intimidated by this construction for quite some time, so let's try this year to do what we're afraid of. And also I want to start knitting from more designers. I want to discover more designers, with especially designers that have a nice fitting garments. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to knit only fitted items to be sure that fit is excellent. It could be something oversized, but still with a lot of attention to the details. So if you have such designers in your list, please let me know in the comments below. I am really looking forward to hear about your recommendations for those designers. I think we need to share and celebrate more people who are creating nice designs with a lot of attention to the details. One of such designers in my list that I admire, but I haven't knitted anything by this designer, is Lily Kate Makes. I've been telling you a lot about her, how I admire her, how I adore her designs. I have a lot of them in my library, but I've never knitted any of them. And by the way, she also has one of the beautiful tops, ribbed bottom-up top, so we can kind of tick several boxes over there as well, right? So maybe this is also an option to try. But I definitely want to knit something created by this designer because of the fit. Just look at the fit of her designs. Chef's kiss, especially a lot of those slightly tighter fitting designs that you can use as layering pieces, like everyday knitwear that doesn't look like a knitwear knitted by yourself. And one more thing is that I hope you're ready to hear this. I want to knit more with small needles, and I want to knit myself long sleeve in fingering weight yarn. That would be a labor of love, I am absolutely sure. I may struggle, I may tell you that maybe it doesn't worth it, but I'm sure that that garment will worth it for sure, because it would be a perfect layering piece for winter and a nice addition for some summer weather when it's not too cold when it's not too warm. And especially this is a good item that I can take to my trips, because it won't take a lot of space. It would be kind of a tiny one with small needles. You will need just one ball and it will go for a long time. I know, sounds scary, but I need to try. And I want to knit myself something like that, because those items knitted with a tiny gauge, they look so delicious, you know. It's just something that for sure doesn't look like handmade garment and the garment that you knitted with your own hands. I really need. I'm almost ready. And of course I even have yarns to do, so I have 2 sweater quantities. One of them is Silk Sock by Severella Yarns. This is 50% superwash merino, 50% silk, fingering weight yarn. Beautiful icy color. The only thing I need to understand, won't this color wash me out? Maybe if it will, I need to use something else with it. And this is beautiful yarn that I bought in Oslo. I've been telling about it for quite some time for you, so definitely need to try to use it as well. This is mulberry silk with yak. I have a real treasure in my yarn stash, but I am not using it, so definitely I need to try to knit with one of them. And Lily Kate Makes has several fingering weight patterns that can be used as long sleeve sweater, and one of those nice yarns can be perfect addition. I have some doubts about using superwash merino for fingering weight sweater, so have you tried to do so? Let me know, because I'm really curious. Maybe I don't need to create this plan in my head with this yarn at all and just try to knit socks with it, or maybe some top, or maybe just a sweater with paired with some mohair, because maybe superwash can be a little bit too stretchy and it will require something like strand of mohair or something like that to keep it in place, you know, and to keep its shape. And the last thing is that I don't want to tell myself that I'm not gonna buy yarn this year. That's unrealistic. As you can see, I have some beautiful yarns. I'm curious to try some of them. For me, it's nice to have different yarns over here, because I can get inspired by them and I can go through my stash, find some nice combinations and try to knit something that have been sitting somewhere at the bottom of my mind or in some corner where I haven't looked for a long time. And that's definitely about inspiration. Why I like having all of this is because when I want to knit, for example, some kind of accessory for myself, I don't need to order this small quantity of yarn. I can find it over here. But if I see something that I really want to try, like this Rosa Pomar Matiz, I just wanted to try it, that's why I bought it. I am sure that when I have inspiration and I'm sure when I will see patterns that will work for this yarn, I can start right away. No, I won't wait for like a week or two till it will be delivered. So no restrictions. If I want to buy myself yarn, I can do it. And not only no restrictions, I also need to promise myself that I won't tell myself that you have a lot of yarn, so stop buying if I really want something. I'm having a lot of restrictions in a lot of places of my life from time to time, and life is crazy currently, you know, like no one knows what will be tomorrow. So if I want a yarn, I will buy it. And it's also related to curiosity. If I see something new, for example, I've never tried Durum Natura yarns, so I can buy it and I can put it somewhere here because it's okay. That's okay, and we can normalize it. And that was it about my knitting plans. I hope that you find this video short and sweet, and please let me know, how do you plan this year? Do you have any plans? Do you have patterns that you are planning to knit, or maybe you're just enjoying knitting this year and doing whatever you want? Happy whatever you're doing, happy knitting, and see you later on this channel. Bye!